Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I feel like the season didn't really go to plan. I feel like we could have had a better season. I feel like we all accept that with the squad we have. We feel like we should have been in a better situation, but the reality was we had to come here and get a result today, and I'm just really happy we did that and I was able to contribute.
And for yourself, your final game, your final touch, then something to go.
Yeah, true. Actually, I suppose I never really thought of that. It's can't really sign off in much better of a way, to be honest. And now I'm delighted.
You absolutely played your heart out. You couldn't have given any more in your final game.
Yeah, obviously, when I first announced that I was moving to Rangers, I feel like there was a lot of apprehension whether I was still committed to the club, and I always said in press, look, I am, and I understand people doubted that, but to be honest with the situation I'm in, I probably played through a lot of niggles and tightness that I maybe in my position I probably shouldn't have, but I feel like that's the type of guy I am and just want to always give my best for the club that's supported me for the last couple of years, and obviously they've been good to me, so I'm glad I've been able to keep them up.
How emotional was it for you?
It's a bit, like I say, it's a bit bittersweet because obviously I can't wait for what comes. I feel like it's a new challenge. Like I say, it's not going to be easy, but I'm really looking forward to it. But I've had a good 3 years here, so I'm really happy.
How special was that there to see the fans sing your name?
Yeah, like you say, obviously it wasn't an easiest time when I announced I was moving. Right, fair enough, I got a lot of criticism from that and I had to take that on, but I'm just glad that they probably seen with my performances that I was giving my all for them until the very end, so I'm glad that they got back behind me.
Right now you have got to the end, how difficult was that period at times, Lyall, for you to keep retain your focus and to stay as committed as you possibly could through your niggles, as you said?
Yeah,
that could have been easy maybe just to say, well, sit one out or so.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't easy, to be honest. Obviously, every time a Rangers game came around, I happened to be injured, and that was the case. Like, it was just unfortunate, so obviously I got slack for that, but you just have to keep going, and I feel like I was probably trying too hard to prove it for a while, and that's when I had probably had to be dipping my form, but I've kind of just got back to the way I want to play, kind of relax, get on the ball and score and assist, and that's what I've been able to do the last couple of weeks.
How would you like the Dundee fans to remember you?
Obviously everyone wants to be remembered in a good way, but I just want them to remember me as someone who always gave their all for them, because I feel like that's what I did, and I've had some great memories from getting my first season, getting promotion with them and scoring that game, and then just obviously first top six in 20 odd years. Last season was a great achievement, and obviously this year was kind of a different test because we were fighting amongst the bottom. I've never really had that in my career, and it wasn't easy, to be honest. There's days where you're going home and the week's so long because you got beat at the weekend, so obviously at home I've probably not been the happiest and I've not had time to look forward to what's coming, so I'm just glad that that's done now.
I suppose what you've managed to do is ensure that you'll be playing against Dundee next season.
Yeah, so who knows what kind of, hopefully get a good reception after the way I've signed that off.
When that first goal went in, was that sense of relief, just the situation that you guys needed?
Yeah, definitely. Look, the game, it probably wasn't our best game in all honesty. We were quite happy to let St Johnstone have the ball, to be honest. They weren't really creating us too many problems, didn't really have it in dangerous positions, but sometimes if you do that, obviously the fans get on you because they think you're just sitting in, but that wasn't the case. We're pretty comfortable in the game, and obviously to get a goal in the break, that kind of settles it down. So like I said, the fans were brilliant today, to be honest. They came through in their numbers and supported us all the way, so no, it was a good day.
What was the pitch invasion like from your point of view?
I didn't really expect it, to be honest. I was kind of just... It probably actually would have worked out better for all them if they'd stayed off the pitch and we could have came over to them, but I understand the excitement, obviously. It'd been better if there were pitch invasion for us finishing higher in the league, we all like that, but still, we've ended on a high, so we can't complain too much.
What do you think you'll miss most about Dundee?
Obviously, I live at home just now, so there's that. Always around my family and my friends and all that kind of thing, so it'll be totally different next season, but it's a new challenge. You need to move on in your career, and I've just made that decision, and I'm looking forward to getting started.
We're right to assume it was all good spirited on the pitch when you were mobbed.
Yeah, no, yeah, they were all everyone's very positive, everyone's saying good luck next season and all that, so it's great because obviously it's probably say people who were giving me a lot of slack when I first moved, but that's the way football is, and I don't hold grudges. It is what it is. I'm just happy to sign off in a good way.